what's up, dudes? Welcome back to the Rec League. We got two more games for tonight, and yeah, that was pretty hell of a banger there by Raptors and Sentinels. But we got another banger coming up here. I'm Adolma. I'm joined by Endo. How's it going, Endo?
What's going on, my man?
All
Right
right.
off the bat, it's not a Rex crew as the volume issue, so you know it's official. We're doing it.
All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Give it a second.
Cool. I might gotta get invited to the lobby too.
All right. Yeah.
Just bear with us, guys. We're gonna get the sound volumes
Yep. Get it all
picked out so you can
figured
hear
out real quick.
her beautiful voice. Yeah. I was taking care of that. This game we have Infernal versus Mountain. I believe Zabel's actually gonna play in this one too, so it's gonna be fun to see him back in the jungle. See how the team's gonna look, if he's gonna be camping mid lane with Shu gone, or Kazuto is just a normal. Is Kazuto able to fill the shoes of Shu?
Yeah, and I mean, so Infernal in general definitely got pretty different look this season overall. A lot of people who've been around for a while, but aren't, haven't really played together on a team that much. Basically the Sable crew when he's not hanging out with the Shoes of the world. But I mean, they looked really impressive coming out of last week. So I know a lot of the Stonk folk are really hyped on them. But I'm actually feeling almost a little better about this Mountain roster. I think people are kind of sleeping on them just a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see what Timberland can do in the mid lane. I know I definitely want to see a Thrush mid. A crit hit Thrush mid, I think would be amazing, but maybe we won't see that this game. We got Cop, who's just an awesome team manager and support there.
Yep.
And Delta Centauria, I believe I've played with or played again. He could definitely shock you. He leaves you shook in the butts.
Shook in the butts. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, yeah, Mountain also looking really good last week, coming out really strong. Yeah, definitely had some pretty decisive wins there over Airdrake last week. And yeah, I'm excited to see how they're going to do against this Mountain or this Infernal lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if they are ready to go and we can get this kicked off.
Yep. Yeah, just doing a... Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Right, ignore me. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're getting there. week two. We're ironing some stuff out, but yeah, we're gonna be getting into the games real soon, and get stuff going. We got Mountain on the blue side for game one. Infernal with the choice, they're choosing to go with the red side. Yeah, it looks like we are getting into it.
Must picks or bans here you see for both sides.
Yeah, so it looks
right off the bat, Vlad.
Yep. yeah, right off the bat. Definitely after a pretty strong performance last week in the top lane by Kazuto on this Vlad. Mountain wanted nothing to do with that. They're ready to move on. The Aurelia ban here from Infernal. I assume this is at Delta Centauria, I believe, but we will see. Turn fire with an Ash ban.
They're really targeting the top lane here on Infernal's side. They want Sneezy Boy to have as much of an advantage in that lane as possible.
Yep. Yeah, and us both being top laners now, that those extra bans that you can throw up there to get that matchup a little better. That really makes you have a much better time.
Yeah. In the top lane there are some serious hard counters that could just make your laning experience hell if not done correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Naifu Cat is going. Oh, do you think that's going to Cop or Naifu Cat with the Cena pick?
I think it's probably going to Naifu Cat. I feel like oh god. All right.
Is that Zabel on Lee Sin? Hold
Yep.
on.
Yep.
Stop everything we were talking about.
Yeah, so first Lee Sin of the season does not go over to myself. This one's gonna go over to Sable. Sadly, as much as I am sad to admit it, I know Brian the Broken, big fan of this pick. Trying to make every jungler play it. It would be pretty much mandatory for one of the teams to play it if it were up to him.
And a Wukong. Is that going to the jungle, you think, or to the top lane?
Um, I would guess that this is probably a top lane Wukong for Delta Centauria. It kind of fits pretty well into the types of picks that I think he usually likes to play. He usually likes to play these kind of like carry, bruisery types.
Sure. Perhaps
But
could be a flex as well.
yeah,
I would be worried to show the Wukong so early because Wukong can be heavily countered easily.
Mhm.
He's like either a dominate lane or get dominated by lane.
yep. Yeah, and if this were to be in the top lane, you know, the dream of the all Hecarim day could still be alive. But yeah, well, we will.
Is that going to be the new Amumu? Is the Hecarim going to just run rampant, gallop rampant through Rec League?
I have no idea, and I kind of hope not. But I mean, it's at least a little bit less of an embarrassing top pick than Amumu, I think, for your league.
And taking away Bard from Kanabi, he's actually fantastic on that champion, so that's a really good ban.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We screamed against Infernal, right? Just want to make sure I'm thinking of the right team.
Yeah, you're definitely thinking of the right team.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Bard's top notch there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so
Interesting, a Nautilus ban. Do they think Morgana's not going to cop, or do they think Nautilus jungle is an option?
I think they're probably expecting this to be Morgana for Timberland. I believe he played that last week as well. And yeah, just generally one of his staple picks to pick out this Morgana mid lane. Definitely a big fan of it.
Shen is open, and Infernal like the TF Shen combo.
Yep.
You just have two globals, and it turns from a 2v2 to a 4v2 in bot lane super quick.
Yep. It looks like they're going to be saving it for their last pick. You know, just make sure that they do get the counter pick in that lane. But I would not be surprised to see a Shen come out from Infernal. Yeah, especially with this Twisted Fate. I think this Twisted Fate is going to be really strong in this game, especially when he's got the Lee Sin to roam around with him. You know, just holding holding somebody still for a second for Lee Sin to get on them and, you know, make some big plays that's usually a big recipe for success.
The Renekton counter or attempted counter here
Yep.
for Sneezy Boy.
Yeah, and you've got the Galio, and this is probably a support Galio for Cop. That was something that they did last week as well. But we're going with the Ornn. You know, not actually a whole lot of Ornn this season yet, but you know,
Yeah.
we're just getting started. There's always time. You can always get some more Ornn in there.
He's gonna slowly go to top lane, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like a Wukong jungle now. As a new jungler, what are your thoughts of Wukong in the jungle?
You know, I actually haven't tried it yet. It's on my list. I've been working through like every single jungler that I can. But I mean, in theory, I like it a lot because I mean, like one of the real appeals to me of Wukong in the top lane is that his roams are really good. You know, so you know,
Sure.
champ top laner who has really good roams, who can effectively clear the jungle. That's usually something that I'm interested in as a jungler. Yeah, just the fact that he can get in and put out a lot of damage really fast, and you know he can even stealth a bit into the lane if he needs to close that gap a little better. He's got a little dash, a lot of CC, and just kind of just generally pretty solid ganks, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Now, just looking at the two comps here, do you think there's one that wants the team fight more over the other?
Yeah, I mean, so I would like if you're looking at classical, like, you know, like this comp is for team fighting. I think Mountains is probably looking a little more like that. I really like the Gallia Wukong combo there. So this is something they definitely see a lot with like Nocturnes and Jarvans and things, where you get somebody who can go in and just be in the middle of the team, and then you got the Gallia to lay down the CC on top of them and kind of force everybody to spread out, and it makes it a lot easier to clean up. But yeah, I mean, I definitely expect them to be trying to make a lot of plays with that Gallia Wukong combo, and that's kind of where I think a lot of their team fight's going to come from. And then they got a little bit of pick potential as well from this Morgana and this Senna. And then you can kind of be a little flexible with this Renekton as well. You can work the pick angle with it a little bit and try to get some catches on people, or you can put him in a side lane where I think he's going to actually be able to answer the Ornn or the TF really well, actually. Which I'm definitely excited to see. But yeah, and then Infernal's comp, they got a couple other things going on here. I'm definitely expecting more of a trying to make a lot of early global plays with this TF and work from there. But they also do have a lot of strong team fight tools as well in this Ornn, and stuff like the Thresh as well. So I wouldn't count them out in team fights just right off the bat. But I think Mountain's comp probably a little more designed around that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. It looks like Mountain's more of a slug chaos, 5 people piling in kind of comp, while Infernals is much more of a technical comp, right? TF's got a gold card the right person, Lee Sin's got to insect correctly and make sure to kick the right person, whereas Morgana or Wukong just have to press R and everyone gets affected, right? Gallia presses R and everyone in that zone gets affected.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make sure you're selecting the right targets with Infernals, which could be a little tougher.
Yeah, definitely a little tougher when you're in those big 5v5. Like, all right, we're fighting for this objective, and we're all here. You set up your line of scrimmage, and like, yeah. But if you get some more scrappier fights where you're trying to disengage and having a little trouble doing that, or you got 2 people running the 3 in the jungle, you're not sure where other people are. Those kind of fights, I think, Infernal's comp definitely does pretty well in those, just because of things like the TF being able to pick out those selective targets. If you got one clear target when everybody's trying to run away, you're trying to pick off the weak link as he's trying to get away. That kind of stuff. Definitely think Infernal's comp's going to do pretty well in those kind of situations.
Yeah, and you know what? Even to make up for the tactical part, you got the Ornn Horn, and the Ornn Horn can disrupt an entire team fight.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a sneaky monkey coming in trying to spin around, you just Ornn Horn him and allows your whole team to disengage as well.
Yep.
Or even Lee Sin, just kick that monkey out of there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's actually an interaction that I'm expecting to see in this game at some point, is just being able to say, okay, Wukong's trying to get in there to get the Galio somewhere to jump to, and Lee Sin just kicks him out.
Yeah, I think it was it season 2 where we totally forgot about that possibility. I think you were on Swain and Brian the Broken on Lee Sin. Like, you ulted, you're gonna delete the entire team, and it just pressed the button.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll find something else to do with this. Maybe clear this jungle camp or something.
Yeah. So it's gonna be great. Let's talk about the skins here. Big call out. First thing that drops, in my eyes, I think the best skin in the game. We got a Birdio.
Yep. Birdio and Pool Party Renekton on the same team. You can't lose with that. Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, definitely hoping for some.
Also has a horse.
What was that?
I knew Senna also has a horse.
Oh, yeah.
The skin game is looking strong for Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Naz9, thank you for following the Rec League.
Hey, welcome to the crew here.
Pull up a beer, grab a glass of wine, get ready to watch some Wombo combos.
Yeah.
Some clown fiestas.
Our specialty.
I want to see if there's going to be an invade too, because actually I think. Well, I mean, invade is kind of strong on both sides, but I kind of favor it a little bit more. Actually, I'm just talking myself out of it. Now, as I look back on both teams, I think they're both pretty good.
Yep. Yeah. Seeing a couple pings out of the Infernal side. Looks like they're going to probably do a little spread out action. And, you know, Mountain look like they might do the same thing.
Look at Knifeu Cat's freaking horse, man. That thing is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it turns into the gun after it's done? Are you kidding me? That's insane.
Yeah, dude, that's...
What a great skin.
Hey, where else are you going to get a horse from?
She's riding her gun? Yeah. Bro. It's insane.
Yeah. Turns into a horse, you ride around for a bit, and then next thing you know, back to a gun.
All right, so I have a serious question to ask you.
All right.
Lilia and Hecarim, what can we do to make those two get it going? Because they seem built for each other, right?
Yeah, I can see that. You know, definitely a lot of similar pieces. Probably have a lot in common.
That's all love is, man. Making sure your puzzle pieces match. That's all love is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe that's a task for week 3 here.
Get a Lilia Hecarim comp.
Yep.
We actually see Zabel's going to start on the red side top with Sneezy Boy giving him a little bit of a leash. Obviously, red buff is just better on Lee Sin first than blue. But we'll see if he decides to do any...
Accidental flash there from Knifeu Cat. Thankfully, no one on Infernal knows about it. But yeah, probably a bit of a rocket whoopsie there from Knifeu Cat.
Oh, we have a gank and Zabel in the mid lane right off the bat. We're gonna see if there's gonna be a stun on Timmy. Timmy does get hit on the turret, but he's gonna be able to survive with just a little bit of HP. That's a rough way to start your laning phase. Now Kazuto is gonna be able to take advantage and do what he wants with the wave.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm a big fan, as Lee said. You know, if you're gonna go buff to buff anyway, you know, you might as well just pass through mid. You're gonna be going behind the turret anyway. You're going in the same direction. You know, just see if you can get anything. And Kazuto probably not unhappy at all with having this extra lane pressure burning through all of Timberland's pots. Yeah, and just kind of being able to use that to make this early laning phase a lot easier, even if you don't manage to get the kill.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like actually Kazuto was pretty low in HP before it happened, so Timberland must have been applying some pressure, and all that advantage is gone now.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and then we have, let's see, Wukong, Dutch Clutch is going to be looking to make something happen now. He's going to be going in this bush hitting. Oh, he decides to walk away, and Kazuto's got the timing down. Puts that ward right when Dutch Clutch had arrived.
Yeah.
He knew the potential of the gank.
Yeah, and Dutch Clutch with the scanner already going is able to clear out that ward and do this skill of crab just a little bit safer. But I mean, with Sable on the other side of the map, they're just going to trade some crabs, move on with their lives. Yeah, neither jungler looking to fight too early. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Chamberlain just nails him with the snare in the bottom. He's starting to pick away at him. Actually gets tagged there.
Kazuto with a little bit of return fire.
Some counter jungling. You know, Morg is actually a very interesting counter. Oh, we got Dutch Clutch coming in. There's a double flash. He tried to hit him with the snare. Both Tim and Dutch Clutch committed their flash there. But Kazuto's reaction time was incredible. Able to get out of danger.
Nice. Yeah, and well played there by Kazuto. Yeah, definitely a tough gank to try to get out of, but manages to do it. Sable trying to get the turnaround, but you know, missing the cue to join in the fight, so just decides to finish up the Raptors instead.
He's got chickens to steal anyway, you know.
Yeah, he's a busy guy. Yeah, it didn't quite have time in his schedule to make something happen there. It's just swamped with meetings all day.
Well, on top lane we see Delta Centauria bullying Sneezy Boy a little bit. It's kind of hard to farm against a Renekton who has that much early game pressure, but Sneezy Boy's hanging in there.
Yep.
Sure. Able to build up some armor and a Ruby Gen middle of the comp. Oh, he says Centauria going in, getting a chip, but he's a little bit on a timer here because Ornn eventually will become unkillable to the Renekton unless he gets a really good lead.
Yep. Yeah, definitely got to try to make something happen here, and it looks like the thing that he's choosing to make happen is work up a pretty sizable CS lead over this Ornn. But I mean, this is one of the appeals of Ornn, especially in the Rec League, is that you know, even your bad matchups, there's only so bad they could be because you could just farm with pillars and, you know, be beefy and be super useful later. But I mean, Redecton definitely he's on a timer, but he's got a lot of time to work with, I think.
Not an egg timer. It's just a timer.
Yep.
More like an hourglass kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
When we see him walking in, he's going to be another engage. He gets the empowered W. Chunks down Sneezy Boy, and I think he's going to be pushing for a level 6 all-in on the turret.
Yeah, Sneezy Boy.
Hopefully, he sees it coming. Sneezy Boy's getting out. He doesn't want any part of it.
Yeah, he's got his teleport. He's just going to get the health back, you know, come back to lane and then try to figure something out. Oh, we got TF coming in the bot lane.
Big snare, but we're going to have Cobb go ahead and taunt Kazuto to back him off. And then an answer by Delta Centauria. He gets the Ignite on him. Galio's going to be able to secure the kill with the Ignite. Just running around. He's lost. He doesn't know where home is, and he doesn't recognize any of these people. He's going to try and do a miraculous Q to get out, but unfortunately, there's going to be too much CC. And Delta's going to pick up the kill. Great TP by Delta to counter the TF.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting that one to go pretty much completely the other way, but yeah, and for anybody who's played with TF, you know just how important that first play that you make with the TF is towards how the game's going to go. If that one goes really well, then man, this is going to be an awesome game. You know, you're gonna start snowballing around the map. But you know, if you don't manage to get that, make something happen with that roam, you know, you spend a lot of time getting back to lane. You maybe get a little bit behind, and then you got to wait forever for your next one.
Absolutely. And I also want to point out, too, the brilliant thing that Delta Centauria did. He's only going to miss, like, maybe 3 or 4 minions because of that move, because he had a huge wave pushed up to the turret and top before he TP'd down.
Yep.
Now, look at that. He still has a CS lead, almost a 20 minion CS lead, and he got the kill and the assist in the bot lane. That was great planning on his part.
Yep, he pretty much made it back up to top lane right as that wave was finally getting to his tower. Missed probably a couple minions, but honestly not much more than that. But yeah, I mean...
We do have to discuss, speaking of CS difference, though, Kazuto, even with his room...
Yeah, definitely...
Oh, we have a gank in the top lane. We're going to send Torque going to try and chunk him down. Big Ornn ult, but he misses it. Zabel was there to answer as well. Good job by Zabel making sure that lane doesn't get too out of control.
Yeah. Yeah, and also Delta Centauria.
He's actually going to go invade the monkey. He knows he's got the level 6 up. He's going to maybe fish for this Grump. Kazuto's walking over to help him out. No, he's just going to back off.
Yeah, just going to back off there. But yeah, I mean, Delta Centauria with the flash to dodge the Ornn ult up there as well. Just kind of making sure that, you know, not getting caught out there with his pants down.
Yeah, and right before that occurred too, I want to actually touch on the CS in the mid lane. Another person who had roam around the map a lot is also still up in CS as well. Because Zeno's doing a great job kind of keeping Tim more of a support than a mid lane mage.
Yeah, kind of just, you know, perpetually just pushing this wave into this tower, and I think kind of what's happening here is Timberland's maybe struggling a little bit to get all of the minions underneath the tower, and it's not an easy thing to do.
No,
especially when you're under the pressure of like trying to communicate with your team to like, you know, oh, the TF's going, where do I think he's going? You know, and trying to make sure that your team is ready to respond to whatever he does.
Yeah, I can't. I've never tried Morgana mid, but I can't imagine farming as her is too much fun.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like when you're
under turret at least.
Yeah, under turret. Yeah, I mean, like kind of how it goes. Like it is the push is pretty good, especially once you get your pool to the point where I can kill the casters. But that does take a little bit of time, so you kind of gotta, you know, it takes some autos to actually clear out these waves, and ends up being a little bit difficult there.
Just want to give a shout out to Jamu throwing up cats in the chat.
Hell yeah, Jamu
down here in the bot lane. Wow, just got absolutely deleted. Great hook by Kanabi. Great setup. I love putting the pink so they knew for sure that they weren't going to get spotted out. And Knife Cat, I think, is still shaking his head. That happened so fast. He has no idea what happened.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, TF is coming in too to continue the gank. Wow, he guessed the right monkey there. Galio's going to try and ult to catch out the The Lee Sin, we have ults going down all over the place. Fat Super Dude's going as well. They're going to go hide under the turret for protection. Kazuto's still fishing, though. Oh, no, we got Timmy coming in, showing why he picked Morgana mid. It's saying, you can't move, dude. I got you in chains, bro.
Yeah, that was a really nice just turnaround from Mountain. Basically, what you had there was, you know, a whole bunch of Infernal members trying to force something to happen. You know, they had a lot of people that they got the one pick. They were looking for more, but you know, they kind of took a little bit too much time doing it, and the rest of Mountain was able to get there and actually, you know, clean some of that up. Now you got a Mountain look like they got actually a pretty reasonable lead here coming out of this early game.
Yeah. I think it was just a little bit of greed. You got the kill on the Senna. You don't need anything more. You know, you got your cookie. Go home.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, if I was out there, I'd probably be yelling like, "Dive, dive, get him!" You know, just little bloodlust there. You know, just casual bloodlust.
Actual bloodlust. All right, and with that, we have we can see maybe if it's gonna calm down a little bit. We do have the Drake coming up.
Yep.
What's that in like less than 15 seconds? However, Zabel is topside, trying to secure the Herald. So we'll see if Mountain takes advantage of that.
Yep. Yeah, and Sable a big believer in the going for Rift Heralds over Dragons, at least early game. You know, trying to open up the map through taking towers rather than, you know, forcing stuff through getting closer to Soul Point. But yeah, just different style playing the game. Looks like he's just going to drop this mid lane, maybe get some plates out of it. Yeah, he only had about 2 minutes to use it for plates, so especially with this dragon they're using.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big flash by Kanabi to go in and get the flays. It unfortunately gets the monkey in that one. We have a lot of TPs coming out. It's going to be a 5v5. Ornholt going in, smashes, and we have Kanabi being deleted. We have the Crocs just killing the Caitlyn. However, Kazuto's still alive. We're going to see if Morgana drops. She does. Is Naifu Cat going to get the kill on Kazuto? He does as well. Sneezy Boy is not able to peel for him, unfortunately, and he's going to die a slow, long, painful... No, he's not! He's going to flash out! Sneezy Boy's not having it! He said, get me away from this Croc, dude! Call animal control! He's crazy! And it's going to be a slow walk. He's going to inch away to safety.
Wow. Yeah. And man, he actually did manage to make it out of that. That's incredible. But I mean, yeah, Mountain there getting a pretty awesome fight there, and they like that's the lead they're looking for. They already got one dragon. They're going to be able to turn this into a second as well. If they could take this right now. I don't know. They actually got a bunch of Infernal coming down. Lee Sin, he's going to be here.
Yeah, this might be a part 2. Oh, we have the TF ult also showing everyone where they are. And is that going to be... Timberland's going to be TPing in to try and help secure that, and they are able to.
Yep. Yeah, and it looks like TF ult in there just to kind of see what was going on. Maybe if they had a numbers advantage, they could force something, but seeing that all 5 were there on the dragon, you know, taking that, just saying, oh, we don't really have a whole lot to do here, just taking it to mid lane instead. And yeah, 2 dragons there for Mountain, and Mountain coming out of this early game looking real strong.
Yeah, and I'm actually don't even think they were able to get any of the plates in the mid lane from that Herald. They didn't get any of that gold. They're just able to weaken it.
Oh yeah, God, that definitely feels bad. But I mean, yeah, if plates going down, I guess you weren't going to get them anyway. So
now let's take a look at the bot lane here, because we've had attention. Actually, Delta's kind of going all in on Ornn in the top lane. We can check back on that. He has the big empowered stun, so Sneezy Boy's going to be slowed for an extra second. It's getting slowed. Just so much armor. He keeps whacking.
Hey, there it is. Big Croc.
Pulls as well. But Kazuda's here, and he's saying, hey, that was my friend. That was very rude what you did. They're going to try and stun him. Delta's going to turn on him. No, Zabel, don't kick the Croc at Kazuda. Oh, is he going to get out?
Bigger Croc.
No, Dutchclutch just smites him. And now we have a monkey in the mix.
Yeah, and that was a huge play there by Delta Centauria, just taking the numbers advantage and saying, you know what, I don't care, I'm a Croc. Crocs don't know how to do math. I'm just here to spin and see what I can get.
Crocs don't count, dude. They croc.
Yeah.
They slice and dice.
Yep. If there are things to slice and things to dice, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna see what happens. But Delta Centauri with the big, 2 kills there, and then with the rest of his team able to clean some of that up as well. And yeah, just looking good. 3-1-4 now on this Renekton, and that's a scary Renekton. That's going to be really hard to answer.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Ornn is going to be able to be as tanky as he needs here, because smartly, Delta Centauri went for the Bork first, which does percent health damage, and it looks like he's going to be going for the Black Cleaver next, which shreds 40% of armor. And with the Croc Slice and Dice, it's very simple to get those 4 hits to get the 40% armor pump.
Yep. Yeah, and then your Conqueror's all the way procced up, and next thing you know, Ornn is on the run, and he's having a rough time.
Definitely.
Yep.
And that Hourglass that we were talking about earlier, they just reset it. They just flipped that bad boy over.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that also reduces the effectiveness of this TF pick quite a bit as well, having a strong Croc on the other side, because even the TF isn't going to be able to be splitting like he'd want to.
Yeah, and I mean, Kazuto has been making the right calls, I feel like. He's been seeing the right opportunities. It's just the response from Mountain has been so great that they can't just get the kill and get out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like they're actually trying to catch Dutch Clutch out here. Oh, with the ult, they're able to spot the clone. However, he's able to ult away, knock everyone up. There's going to be a lot of back and forth here. Kazuto's going to blow Cleanse and get out of there just in time. However, we have Cop going to go for a 2v1. No, Dutch Clutch's going to go in, start hitting with a big hole, get the smack. Kenobi's going to walk out half his life. He's going to hook in Kazuto under turret. Big Ornn Horn to try and knock everyone up and get everyone away from the turret. Unfortunately, Fat Super Dude did drop in the midst of all of that. Amazingly, only 1 death in that huge slugfest.
Yeah, that is pretty incredible. Only 1 person died and all that. You had pretty much all of Mountain at less than 25% health, and just a little heal there from Senna to make it all back to reasonable. But yeah, I mean, Mountain playing that fight really well. That was probably their first time using the Wukong Galio combo there. Wukong knocking him up and flashing out so that Galio could get in there and stun everybody up. But yeah, I mean that's what their comp's all about. They had Infernal on the run from pretty much the start of that. They got a pick, and yeah, get a pick, call it a day, move on.
And that's kind of what we were talking about earlier with the technicality and the pick ideas from Infernal, where they're trying to do these things, but then their picks turn into team fights, and then Mountain's comp is just way better at that.
Yep. Yeah, it's really, really hard to pick a specific member of Mountain. First of all, when they're doing a really good job running around as a team and being together when they need to be, and second of all, when you got a Galio to basically just shut that shit down and say, if you want to pick this guy, you're all going to get knocked up, and then we're going to be here and make stuff happen. You even got the Senna ult to try to save somebody who's getting picked as well from across the map, and yeah, it's just getting pretty difficult for Infernal to actually accomplish a whole lot here. But they are going to try to go for this dragon and see if they can do something with it.
Yep, we have a TP in coming from Delta Centauria, but then Ornn's going to also go with a TP. We have Kazuto getting stunned up. Actually, they're going to just go right on the Kate. The Croc just totally eliminates him. Zabel's going to die to a monkey spin around a big baton. Cop's unfortunately stuck as he's trying to channel. And then the Croc's going to take down Thresh as well. Blue team's able to secure the Drake. And now that's a quadra kill for Delta Centauria.
Oh my god, dude, this Croc is out of control.
It's 8-1 Croc. You better look out. Call animal control. I feel like we're in Florida right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and man, there was poor Fat Super Dude in that fight. Like, I just feel so bad for him. He was just hanging out, auto-attacking some people, and then the big Croc comes in, Big Daddy Croc comes in, hits him with the stun, hits him with the Q, and next thing you know, he's just dead. And, all the people around him are dead too, because that's what Crocs do, man.
That is insane. He doesn't even have his Black Cleaver yet.
Yeah.
Mr. Neat saying that's the Croc that killed Captain Hook.
Yep.
Clock in his mouth.
Yeah, it sure feels like it, man. Yeah,
Delta Centauri has really shown why there were so many bans in the top lanes targeted towards him. He's playing out of his mind this game.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, this is the second week in a row that Delta Centauri has looked really, really good. Definitely making a case for one of the better top laners in the league, and really just kind of honestly feeling like the cornerstone of this Mountain team, and like how they're gonna get a lot of these like big crazy leads that they need.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's able to go back, not only finish his Black Cleaver, but also pick up a Tiamat. He's going to be putting on so much pressure with this split. Sneezy Boy can't be in lane with anymore. He's 2 kills down, or he's 2 levels down, almost 100 CS behind.
Yep.
It's going to be a tall order to try and stop him.
Yeah. It definitely going to be tough. Going to see what they can do. I mean, kind of what you're hoping for here for Infernal, you know, is to work that pick magic. Maybe you find this Croc in a side lane, all by his lonesome, with that juicy 550 gold bounty on his head. You know, maybe get a 2, maybe a 3, maybe a 4 people trying to take him out, and maybe be able to make something happen there. That's kind of feeling like if I'm on Infernal, that's what I'm looking to do. Maybe get a kill into this guy and kind of stem the bleeding a bit.
Yeah, if they can, especially if they can get the shutdowns on both Delta and Dutch Clutch right now, there is still enough gold. Like, it's still close enough where that gold can matter. However, we have a TF ult going down in the mid lane. They're going to try and pick off. He does get the stun, but Timberland's going to be able to flash out of danger.
Yeah. I mean, really nice play there by Kazuto. He saw the black shield. You know, he's holding his gold card. He hits him with the wild cards first to take the black shield off, and then hits him with the gold card for the stun. Definitely love to see that. But Delta Centauria,
Really smart play.
he's got 4 people chasing after him, but doesn't matter. Doesn't even matter on the other side of the map. They're just taking towers. They had 4 people trying to catch Delta Centauria, weren't even able to do it, and now they're just taking it in the head for free on the other side of the map. They might even get another charge off of this Rift Charlotte if they can protect it, but no, that's going to go down to Sneezy Boy.
Yeah, all that. And that's what kind of happens when you chase a Croc who's going to be like 4 levels higher than your ADC, right? On the other side of the map, they're going to be able to take objectives.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a really big fan of the shot calling coming out here from Mountain, and how they're kind of able to work some of these objectives together, and just kind of feeling like they're one step ahead of Infernal and pretty much always when they need to be. You know, they're applying pressure at multiple points in the map. They know when to relieve pressure and when to apply it in other places. And yeah, just looking good here for Mountain so far.
Absolutely agree with that. Huge. We even have Delta taking the Crouch, trying to deny as much gold as he can for Infernal.
Yeah.
Looks like they might be looking for a little bit of a collapse here on him, but no, he's gonna walk away again. Probably the communication. Him saying like, "Hey, I don't see anyone on the map. Does anyone else? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna walk back."
Yep. Yeah, and it's just one of those things where it's pretty easy for your team to tell you like, "Hey, you know, we're not actually pressuring anywhere right now." You know, like, yeah, we don't know where anybody is, so yeah, we're not like giving them reason to be anywhere either. So you know, assuming that, you can pretty much just assume that they're anywhere. And you know, as a Croc, you probably don't want to be that far up in that case.
No, absolutely. So let's talk about Infernal here. What are we gonna have to see from Infernal to see them come back in this manner? They're down about 8K, 9K right now.
I mean, one way they could do it is sneak in this Baron.
And that is a sneaky way. Yeah. Look at them. They all found a way to get over that wall.
Yep. This is sneaky. And I mean, honestly, the TF ulting is probably the thing that gave it away. Delta Centauria thinking about walking up there, but they, I mean, on the other side of the map, they are going to pick up the Mountain Soul here, so it's not even it's actually a trade, you know. And I like the call from Infernal and saying like, you know, we're not really going to fight them for this soul anyway, so you know, let's just take this Baron and move on, get something there for ourselves, and then maybe try to use this to work a little bit of a lead back.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. That's the right way to think, right? You just give it up and take nothing, or you give it up and get Baron at least. Mm-hmm. It looks like Knifefu Cat actually accidentally blew Flash again.
Oh no, number 2. Oh, that's
second blown Flash. Gamer Cash calling it out. I didn't even pick up on it. Good job there, Gamer Cash.
Yep.
That's his second Flash down by Knifefu Cat for no reason.
Yeah.
But hey, it seems to be working. Maybe that's the strat. If you blow Flash, you win games. I don't know. I don't even know how to spin that.
Yeah, then you're not tempted to flash in and make bad plays, you know?
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, kind of like you never buy the pack of cigarettes to begin with.
Yep, exactly.
Right, we do see Sneezy Boy. I mean, Sneezy Boy's getting a little chunky. You know,
Yep,
he's working towards his abyssal mask, so he's going to have at least enough mana to argue to stay in lane. He's level 14, so it's going to be the ornaments are going to start playing a part. He's going to start buffing everyone's items.
yep.
Um, and what's that? That's at level 15, right? How
Uh,
that works?
yeah, I think level 13 he starts doing his own, and then 14 he starts giving them to other people. Um,
So there is some scalability here with that.
yep, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, the thing that I'm really worried about from Infernal's side here is that, you know, TF and especially Lee Sin, like those are champions that are really kind of relying on getting these early leads and being able to use that, and they did not get that this game. You know, like that when the first TF didn't really amount to anything, that's bad, you know, and it's kind of felt like a whole lot of this game has been just kind of as a result of that, and just them not being able to get ahead like they need to, because I mean, Lee Sin doesn't scale that well unless you're really sick, and you know, making a lot of stuff happen, making all these super big mechanical plays. He just doesn't scale that well. TF also doesn't scale that well unless you have like that big lead where you can actually like pressure in side lanes and kind of be that strong split push threat. But from behind, he just doesn't do as much. You know, you lock down one person, you got these wild cards going everywhere, but you know, you really need to be able to actually. And then on the other side, you got, you know, a whole bunch of people that do a lot of damage to everybody, and it's just. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for Infernal here, man.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tricky here. I mean, that being said, though, Kasuto's been farming like a maniac. He does have 3 items. He's got that revolver, which gets his gold card extra range when he auto attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So there could possibly be picks. However, I
Uh-oh.
might have just cursed them right
Speaking
here.
of picks,
Out of position. It's going to get collapsed on by 4 members and just get eviscerated.
yep.
Kill going over to Naifu Cat. I just cursed them. That's my fault. You guys can blame me. They're actually gonna answer that by trying to take the mid tier 2 and just leave Ornn just to try and hold off the entire base. Delta's gonna retake the inhib on bot lane. I don't know if that's the right trade.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to try to go for this.
Yep, big fight going in. We have Timberlane's gonna ult, trying to hold everyone in place. Big Sen ult with the AoB. Thresh goes down to a spinning monkey again. We have Kate trying to run away from the Croc. Delta's gonna flash onto him, but she's gonna be able to stay safe. Zabel gets snared, but he's snared in Fountain, so he's gonna be able to heal up HP. And then it's gonna end up being a 0 for 2.
Oh, but they're still going.
Timmy, he wants to kill Caitlyn. It's still a fight. Knife was able to kill Caitlyn right there. Zabel's throwing out kicks, but I don't know if he's going to be able to actually do anything. And again, like you're saying, there's only the 2 players left who don't scale. How can they possibly hold this base?
Yeah, and scaling also just doesn't matter when you're on their Nexus. Mountain Drake looking to maybe take this one down. Sable trying to maybe make something happen right at the end there. Not going to be able to do it. And we got game 1 here. Going over to Team Mountain. Yeah, and you know, at least listening to a lot of the rec league stockbrokers, this is not something that they expected. You know, Infernal coming out of that first week looking really good, Mountain looking pretty good too, but yeah, Mountain getting the better of him in this game 1.
Incredible. Now, do you think anyone shorted the Kazuto stock? Because they would have made out big this week.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you know, it's a 2-game series. You never know. Could go a little better next time for Infernal. They have a history of at least 1-1-1. So you know, maybe it's about time for another. Who knows? But with that, we're gonna send it to just a quick break while we you know, take a little bit of time, rest our voices, let both teams kind of figure out what they want, what adjustments they want to make for game 2. But yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Game 2 of Infernal versus Mountain. All right, what's up, Rec League? We are back from our short little break. Did all sorts of fun things, but yeah, now the fun's over. We're back to business. Back to Mountain versus Infernal. Had a pretty nice game one. Mountain came out looking really really strong. Infernal, had a couple high points to look out for, but and Mountain looking clean out there with some nice decisive shot calling, nice team fight comps, making those team fights happen. And hell yeah. What are you thinking about, Endo?
I'm feeling it. I'm actually feeling it for Infernal. I think they went to the halftime room, did some X's, did some O's.
Mm-hmm.
They calculated some stuff, and I think this is going to be one hell of a series.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I mean, everybody was singing Infernal's praises coming into this. Whole lot of stock values plummeting right now, from where people expected. But yeah, I mean, there's a reason that Infernal looked so good last week, and I think that they got a lot of fight left in them. Maybe make some adjustments. That's kind of just generally one of the issues of picking Lee Sin in Rec League, as much as I hate to admit it. But yeah, I mean, it's just when you pick someone like Lee Sin, you gotta like just end the game fast. You gotta get pressure everywhere. You gotta really really use when he's strong, and Infernal was able to use that for like a gank or two, but they weren't really able to take over the game with it, and that's just it's just tough, man. As much as I hate to admit it, that's the problem with that style of jungler.
Yeah. The Rec League jungling is a lot different than solo queue jungling. Let me tell you.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. When Shadowvold using his channel points on something, but
Appreciate it. Nice highlights.
yeah. As a side bonus for Shadowvold, that highlight message also comes with a compliment. Shadowvold, you're awesome, and we miss you.
Shadow of Old, Shadow of Gold. Oh, we have some more custom emotes. Everyone's using their rec points right now, showing off Brian the Broken, Rec Pickle, just showing Adoma in all these different emoticons. And immediately as we get to Champ Select, we have Aurelia banned. Don't want to see Delta on it. If he's scary with the crocodile, imagine if he can control wind blades.
yeah. I've heard that that's basically the same thing. But you never know. And in fact, you can also strap blades to your feet, and that's also pretty similar to crocodile.
I think I don't understand what a crocodile is anymore.
Yeah, I'm not sure I do either. But yeah, we got the Morgana ban this time. There's your adjustment.
Okay.
From Infernal.
I like it. Force Timberland to interact in the lane.
Mm-hmm.
With that black shield, it was really hard to gank him. So Zabel and Kazuto weren't able to do their little wombo combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely difficult. Makes it kind of hard to gank that lane. But I mean, it's kind of interesting. This Morgana mid is something I've seen from a couple teams, like this season at least, like practicing it and stuff. And it's something that we haven't really seen a whole lot of for a while in the Rec League. But yeah, I mean, definitely Timberland being pretty effective on that pick. But yeah, we got Infernal Drake going for the Senna here, first pick. Take that away from Knifewood Cat. And Mountain gonna respond with a Caitlyn pick.
Xbox gonna pick up the Wukong again. I did really like the Wukong coming out of him in the jungle. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now he's actually gonna go for the Braum. Interesting. I don't think I've seen Kanabi's Braum yet. Have you?
I have not, and it's kind of interesting in a lane with the Senna, just because Senna doesn't really have a ton of tools to actually, apply those stacks for the Braum. But I mean, just the fact that you've got these slows that you can chain together kind of makes it work. But we do have the Shen here for Sneezy Boy. Infernal not quite ready to get away from those globals, but maybe gonna try something other than the TF. We'll see, or maybe they're just gonna double up on it.
I was actually very surprised they didn't pick Shen game one. If you had the TF and there was no ban on the Shen, why wouldn't you pick it up? Sneezy Boy is actually very, very good on that champion.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely seemed like at least like they had saved, they were red side, they had saved their last pick for the top laner, decided that, they knew the matchup going in, they decided the Shen wasn't the best pick for it. But here, when they're forced to maybe pick something more blind, they're just going to pick the Shen up right now. And yeah, Delta Centauri going to respond with the set pick. That was something that he looked absolutely dominant on last week.
That TF ban going down, they don't want the double global.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Smart ban there.
honestly, I can't blame him. And Infernal saying, you know what? If we can't have globals, you guys can't either. Banning out that Galio from Cop, which he's shown to really really enjoy playing in the league, and also just being really effective on it. Definitely makes him feel like he has a lot of impact from that support role.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if we see any other supports picking up Galio, but that does seem to be Cop's MO. Oh, I'm gonna see him on Karma, just a completely different style than Galio.
Yeah, yeah, definitely swapping it up quite a bit there. Yeah, I mean, this is something that we haven't really seen a whole lot of out of Cop yet. And I mean, just like variety this season, we haven't seen a whole lot yet either, just because he hasn't been doing it for that long.
Yeah, the husband and wife duo
Ooh.
couple in the bot lane. I love it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh wait, no,
yeah,
actually
wait.
no. Is that a Lucian mid?
This is probably a Lucian mid for Kazuto, I think. That'd probably make the most sense for me, but it is kind of interesting, like seeing the
mid. So I just saw
Yeah.
that and I was just like instantly.
yeah, just
Wow,
kind of.
Kazuto's really gonna try and pressure the mid lane, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, and like it's kind of silly because Braum Lucian's kind of the more classic lane that you'd expect, with Lucian being able to stack up that Braum passive pretty much instantly with those double shots. But maybe send that one to the mid lane instead, and then you gotta go with the Braum Senate in the bot lane, but still have access to that later in the game. And the Lilia jungle as well for the Sable is gonna be pretty interesting. Newer champ we haven't really seen a whole lot out of yet.
Okay, so we got this all wrong. It's actually gonna be a set support for Cop. Karma mid for Timberlane.
Whoa, all right.
I mean, this makes sense because Timberlane is a support main, right? And Karma and Morgana are generally support champions that can work in the mid lane. Set plays a lot more similar to Galio than Karma does. So now it's starting to make a little bit of sense here.
Yep. Yeah, definitely making a little bit of sense. And like I actually really like kind of Timberland's MO here where he's kind of all about picking these kind of supporty champions in the mid lane. And then, just providing extra support for his team. You can get Dutch Clutch on some of these heavier, just carry junglers, and then you can, put Cop on some of these beefier supports as well. But yeah, I mean that's also just like the power of this set pick as well. It's something that we see a lot in Worlds nowadays, as well as I think he was the first champion that was actually flexed to all 5 roles in Worlds already.
Is it an ADC?
Well, like with like a fasting Senna, so kind of, but
technically, yeah. That's actually really interesting, and it worked.
If you want to count it,
I didn't know if he was going jungle top, and he ended up in support. So
yeah,
he's a very versatile champion. Which is funny, when he first came out, I couldn't imagine him anywhere but top lane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the game evolves.
Yeah, I definitely wonder if set mid is something we're going to see more of in the Rec League coming up.
Yeah, it would depend. I think it's got to be the right matchup because he can. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, just like very, very, very good gank setup for when your jungler does stop by. But yeah, you do kind of lose out. You got to build your team comp in a certain way to kind of account for that. Just like kind of things you normally want a mid laner for, like magic damage, for example. You kind of got to find that elsewhere. So
right. I'm actually excited to see this Lilia in Zable's hands. I don't think I've seen him play her before, unless that happened the week 1. But I mean, if you know how to play her, she is incredibly powerful.
Yeah, she's just really, really slippery. Kind of more than anything, she just zooms around real fast, does her little prance thing, and yeah, just very hard to catch while she's spreading out a ton of damage. Sending out some slows, and then all of a sudden she gets this big sleep, and your whole team can follow up and just take her down, or take down their team. Yeah. But
That is the interesting thing about Lilia. She has so much survivability and very little HP. And it's all because of her movement speed. It's because of her passive. The more magic spells she hits or more ability she hits, the faster she starts moving. So you can start just dancing in and out depending on your cooldowns, and it gets very annoying to deal with.
yep, yeah, and she's also just
She's my personal ban in perma ban in solo queue.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, she's also just a really really fast clear as a jungler. You kind of got to take a little time to get used to, like, how to kite the camps effectively and stuff, so you don't just die to your jungle. But I have total faith in Sable being able to do that. I'm not super worried, but that's something that I definitely struggled with when I was first trying to pick Lily up.
I gotta say, I really like Infernal here, changing their entire gameplay. We have Kazuto on more of an aggressive laning person instead of a tactical person like TF. He looks like he feels confident going against Timberland, and now he wants to assert that advantage.
Yep.
Having the Shen ult, it's fantastic. Braum is a great team fighter, as opposed to well, I guess Thresh is a great team fighter too, but Braum is really his passive. He can just hit eventually every single person, and everyone will get stunned. So it looks like they're trying to answer to the team fight heavy style of Mountain.
Yep. Yeah, definitely seems like it. Yeah. Yeah, just kind of like slowly, like, this is something that I think we see from a lot of teams is like they're like, oh, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna play all these like different comps and, like, try something really weird that people haven't seen yet, and then they just like slowly get beaten back down into just like, oh, and we're back to rec league comps. There's a reason that everybody plays like dumb snowball team fighty comps, and it's because they work. They're easy to execute.
The Crabs tried their damnedest to make a poke comp work, and they just got destroyed.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it was a mess.
We learned our lesson too.
Yep. We believed in it, but it was a mess.
Right. Yep. Pings from mid lanes. We'll see if there's an actual invade. I mean, Braum's got such a great invade potential, so I would like to see some spice. Oh, looks like they're all gonna run here, but Karma might spot him out.
Here we go. This could be big.
Oh, big hit by Timby. The Karma Q level 1 is so powerful when she empowers it with her art. Sable's gonna try and get a deep ward here. And then it's just gonna be looking like a lot of potion. But it's a good thing Timberland went down mid lane there to catch that out. Otherwise that would be a spicy invade, huh?
Yeah, it definitely could have been bad, and especially with Braum leading the charge. That's a really good level 1 to try to get picks with.
Oh, Twitch chat, I want to see. We got game 2. Mountain won the first one. Who's Twitch chat voting for? Is Infernal going to make the right adjustments and come back, or is Mountain going to sweep him with the 2-0? Let's start seeing that exclamation votes in there. Or not the votes, just saying Mountain or Infernal. Oh, Game Crasher.
Yeah, figure it out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling the Mountain here. They looked really good in game 1. They looked really good in week 1. And I think they're actually shaping up to be one of the more coordinated teams right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. But for series' sake, I'm going to vote for Infernal. Then I'm going to go on the opposite side of you.
All right, are we putting anything on the line for this, or are we just spitballing here?
Man, my assets are in a really tough place right now, so I don't know if
Your Blaze of Bucks haven't been doing too hot recently.
No, man, he suckered me in. Oh, we have Kazuto already chipping down Timberland to a quarter health. He's really going to pressure with that Lucian pick, which is what you got to do in Lucian in the mid lane, right?
Yep, all about getting those big early trades and trying to just make something happen, and like just surprising people with the damage you do and just not providing a lot of counterplay. That's kind of what Lucian mid's all about. And then when you do get them down to like less than half or so, it's so easy for you to just get in there and get them dead.
Yeah, he has big burst potential. Now, last series we didn't get to talk too much about the bot lane because they were just kind of farming it out. But I liked Super Dude's Senna. I liked Knife Cat. Or no, was that Super Dude or Knife Cat on Senna?
I believe that
I'm like
was
seeing double right now.
Naifuket. But Kazuto here. He does get the flash out. Oh, and Timberland able to take down Kazuto with the solo kill in mid lane. Hell yeah,
Wow,
Timberland.
that is huge. What? I did not see that coming at all.
Yeah. Timberland really doing a good job out here. You know,
Stepping
getting
up
bans at him
big
after
time.
game one and getting the solo kill onto Kazuto.
Don't sleep on Timmy, let me tell you. That is serious.
Yeah. Yeah, and one thing that I thought was interesting that I do want to bring up is Sable's choice of pathing here. He basically went he cleared his bot jungle and then went back and then went to clear his top jungle. Um, do you know what that's about, or as an ex jungler?
I'm trying to think here. So there might have been an issue with health or with clear.
Sure.
I don't remember if he started with machete or with talisman. If he
Yep.
started with machete, he needs talisman to stay in the jungle. So
Mhm.
that could be the reason for the back.
Sure. Yeah. It also might just be like a Lilia thing where she just clears much more effectively with both of those. So like get them both as early as you can. I don't know.
Yeah, and
Maybe just
Lilia
failed at
is a
kiting. Who
power
knows?
farmer.
Yeah.
Maybe just got a little low.
Yeah.
And she is a power farmer pre 6. Her ganks are a little weak.
Hmm.
So perhaps that's why he's like, hey, if I get these 2 items, then I could just power through till 6.
Yep. Yeah. Maybe not expecting a whole lot
But
of
hey,
it.
you're in the jungle now, man. You got to tell me what the deal is.
No. I reserve the right to toss general questions to you at least for a while.
All right, fair enough. Then you'll
Yeah.
have to answer all the top lane matchups, and that's how we'll balance this out.
All right. Sounds good to me.
All right. We have Delta actually going in, but I actually don't enjoy that Shed Renekton matchup as much for Delta.
Mhm.
On Ornn, you can kind of slap him down, but with the taunt from Shen, as soon as Renekton engages, he's able to get out. So
Yep.
it really shuts down the kill potential on the Croc.
Yep. Yeah.
He is down in farm. Delta's doing a good job keeping up that CS lead, just like last game. But hey, Sneezy Boy's got 6 now, so now it doesn't even matter if he's up in farm. He can turn any fight instantly.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And this is kind of like what that Shen pick's looking for. Is now it's going to be really hard for Dutch Clutch to make plays around the map because anytime he does, the Shen's going to be there. The fun stopper.
He's a no fun champ for sure. Wow, we have Tim really pressuring Kazuto. However, Kazuto's doing a good job staying up in farm. Man, Timmy is just chunking Kazuto with those Qs.
Yeah, going kind of nuts.
Dutch
Ooh,
Culture actually
junglers.
invading down here. We'll see if Zabel's going to answer him. No, he's just going to kind of take the rest of the... Wow, nice flash brought out. Kanabi with a sweet roam up top. And Dutch Clutch did a good job flashing there because if he didn't, with the bronze stun, he was a dead monkey for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like they're actually going to try for the Infernal Drake here. Does Infernal know that's happening? I mean, unfortunately, Kazuto has the back. He's been chunked too much by Timmy. We have Braum walking over here. See if Kanabi drops a ward in the pit to try and guess, or is he going to try and just randomly steal it?
Oh,
he
that,
does
I mean,
actually.
that was actually
close. That was driving.
Yeah, that was very close. Oh, and Sneezy Boy with this trade in the top lane, he tried to use the God, what is the auto blocker. but his sword was pretty far away, so he wasn't able to really do it. But still ends up winning the trade pretty heavily. And Del Centuria's got to go back.
That's the crazy thing about this matchup. You would think Renekton, especially since his empowered W breaks shields, you'd think Renekton would win this matchup. However, he doesn't.
Yep.
And I recently played Sneezy Boy as Renekton, and he played Shen. Decimated me. He really knows this matchup well, and I like this pick for him.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Shen's a pretty good pick for any top laner in the rec league, if you ask me. But
Yeah, I can't. His mechanics are too hard for me to figure out. So
yeah.
unfortunately,
Oh, Kazuto trying to get the kill on a Timberland.
Kazuto blowing a flash.
All right.
Almost did it. He almost got revenge there. Nice job.
Yeah, return fire there just a little bit after that solo kill, trying to get one of his own. Didn't quite manage to do it, but does get the flash, forces Timberland to go back. Crashes at least a wave into his tower. Might even get 2 in there before Timberland's able to get back because his teleport is down.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, he decided to go Cole when he died the first time. He backed, got a Cole, and is gonna play the Scaling Lucian comp or build, which we all know one of the best scalers in the game is Lucian.
Mm-hmm.
Sarcasm for the people at home.
Aha.
He's actually not that bad in late game. He's just a lot better early.
Yeah. And Jamu, yes, and Endo's actually a Shen main. He just doesn't like to admit it.
It's their secret weapon.
Yep.
If we lose game 1, I will have to play Shen. Oh, Delta's gonna actually ult and go all in on Sneezy Boy. Sneezy Boy doesn't have shield. Oh, Delta able to secure it with the big Q. Amazingly. Or is that the... No, that's the passive. Never mind. I was going to say, for some reason, Shen had a shutdown gold, but he did not. Delta's actually able to win it out. Nice job by that all-in.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting that Mountain's base have been getting all their leads just off of solo kills this game. They got their mid laner getting solo kills, they got their top laner getting solo kills. And neither jungler really doing a whole lot to try to make things happen. They're just content to farm. They just say, my laners have got it. They got it all figured out. They don't need me.
Yeah. There actually has not been as much as last game.
Ooh, but the sleep onto Timberland. They might be able to take him down here. A lot of damage coming out. Little dash there from Kazuto at the end. Make sure, get the kill, and yeah, Infernal firing back.
Yeah, there you go. However, in the top lane, they're going to go ahead and pop the Herald. Going to see if they can take the... No, it looks like the turret will just barely not go down in time. Zabel's hitting 6, and like we said before, he doesn't really come online until 6, and immediately he ults mid lane. So we'll probably see more from Zabel coming out now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now that he's actually got that ult, is kind of more of a champion, able to make some plays happen. But yeah, I mean that
lane going.
Yeah, that rift in top lane that puts a whole lot of gold onto this Renekton again, and I'm foreseeing this Renekton being quite scary again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It actually let him just full buy Bork getting that rift there. Sneezy Boy's got to watch out. That's a huge power spike for Renekton.
Yep.
Not only the ability to slow you in some lifesteal, but doing the % health damage.
Yep.
It's just tragic, especially if he gets an empowered Q, because that's 3 procs of the % health damage.
Yep.
Immediately.
Yeah, and especially with the active, you can basically just one-shot carries with that. It's pretty awesome.
It's going to be a big croc. They're going to be getting animal control on the line again.
Mm-hmm. And animal control is getting kind of sick of them. Hoping they can finally deal with their own damn crocs.
Don't know if they'll be able to. We'll see if Sneezy Boy is going to be able to taunt him on the turret here.
Ooh.
He's got to do it soon too, because that turret will not.
Yeah, sleep on the Timberland. Hey.
Oh, big stuff. We're going to see Kazuto actually coming online now. Nice job. Nice gank by Zabel there. Dutch Clock is in the river in the bot side, but looks like they're going to bully him off. Oh, nice stun. There's that proc that you were talking about from Lucian, the Lucian Braum combo. However, he couldn't get one more auto in, and the monkey was able to flash away. This may set up Drake for Infernal.
Yeah. Oh, but here comes the big set.
Slamming in Lucian. He's going to see if he can get a nice stun in. However, he's going to have to flash away too. Dutch Clutch's going to go monkey mode, spin out. But Sneezy Boy ults in. The no fun champ says no more fun, no more monkeying around. And then Kazuto's going to hit the blasting plant. Unfortunately, Cop's going to get away from that. Are they looking for a dive? I think they're looking for a dive.
Thinking about it.
Yep. Oh, Sneezy Boy playing that expertly. He's able to get out. Zabel's going to get the kill on top. This fight's still going on, though. Timmy's going to throw Q, killing Zabel. He's also going to drop Shen, all thanks to Knifey Cat. Konami's going to flash forward, try and be the hero, pay for his life with that sacrifice. Now it's just Lucian and his waifu left. They're going to run away and hold hands into holy matrimony.
Yeah, that was a huge turnaround there from Knifey Cat and Timberland. Like, that fight looked completely lost. They had lost like everybody, and everybody they had left, they're getting tower dived all over the place. And then, you know, Knifey Cat and Timberland able to turn that one around, recognize that they had like pretty much all of Infernal is just out of health, and they could just clean them up. Shot here, shot there, just take them all down.
You know, I want to say the same exact thing happened last game, where they got the kill, they had the objective secured, and then the overstay. And then Mountain was able to come back and clean it up. Mountain playing their best impressions of Busboys, cleaning up all the dirty dishes.
Hey, someone's got to do it, man. Yeah, or else next thing you know, those dishes are going to start taking your towers.
Then there's no clean tables, and you can't sit anyone, and then you can't make any money. You know.
Yep.
Busboys are very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
However, they were still able to secure the air drake. About 2K gold lead for Mountain, but I still feel like it's anyone's game. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely. I think Infernal's comp this time definitely scales a whole lot better than it did last time. You know, they even have this double 80 carry threat that's going to be pretty useful going in. They got the damage profile spread out pretty well with this Lilia. They got a lot of really strong engage options. I'm definitely liking Infernal's chances as this game goes along. If they, you know, can continue to keep the quality of play pretty high, they should be able to start winning some of these fights.
Yeah, and Zabel's actually scaling pretty nicely. He's got a lot of farm. He's got the 2 kills, 1 assist there. He's going to be doing some serious damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the sneaky thing about it too is that because he's in the jungle, a lot of people tend to start building armor because they're only going against the armor laners, right?
Yep. Yeah, that is definitely one of the really fun things about like these kind of like carry AP junglers, especially when you put them on all AD teams, like things like, you know, Nidalee, Lilia, Evelyn, even things like that, is that when the opposing team builds all armor because there's only one AP threat, next thing you know, a spear comes through and you're dead. And you know,
it's like doing true damage.
Yep.
Oh, we have the monkey going to sleep in the top lane. Zabel's going to flash forward, try and get the kill. Dutch Claw is going to ult and ghost away. We're going to see if Snable. Yep, there's that speed up from Lilia. Now Timberland coming in, but he's going to be. Kazuto's going to be ulted by Shen. Shen's going to taunt the Croc and then not allow him to get any auto damage in. Kazuto kills Timberland, and we have the ult from Senna just to make sure that our hubby in the top lane survives the fight. Infernal's looking good.
Yep, and all of a sudden, this Lilia pick went from, oh, that's nice, to holy shit, how do we deal with this? That's a lot of damage, you know? Oh, but in the bot lane, we got some stuff happening too.
In the bot lane, we actually have Sneezy going to go ahead and TP in. Caitlin's going to get exhausted and taunted. Big shutdown onto Fat Super Dude. Cop's going to get stunned up. He's going to use his W to try and survive as long as possible, but Sneezy Boy's going to walk him down. And a double kill onto Fat Super Dude.
Yep, and just like that, Infernal is back in the lead. You know, they were dealing with kind of a rough early game there. Not as bad as last time, but they were still behind. But, you know, with those quick couple of plays, you know, objective here, objective there, all of a sudden they're back in the lead, and they're looking pretty good so far, and just they got the momentum all on their side. But Delta Centauri is here to take that momentum right back.
Wow, big flash forward. Kazuto kind of greeted for that last hit on the turret. Delta smelled blood, and he sliced, diced, and got his kill.
Yep. Yeah, and you know, every time we talk about one team, the other team just says, "Hey, I'm here too. Pay attention, debate."
Incredible series, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm the carry. No, I'm the carry. No, I'm the carry.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, Zabel is huge. You aren't kidding. 4-1 at 131 CS right now as a jungler at 17 minutes. Incredible.
Yep.
However, there's going to be some, because of that pick in the mid lane, it looks like Ocean Drake's going to go over to Mountain.
Mhm. Yeah, Mount able to pick that
Oh,
one
is there
up.
going to be a...
Ooh,
Oh,
they're
we have a
thinking about
taunt
it.
over by Sneak. Who wants this? This might be a good engage if we can get a nice Braum ult in. Knifey has to flash to kind of get out
Oh,
of
there's the Croc.
Delta Centaur's going to jump right in, and then Dutch Clutch is going to ult the entire team, knocking them out. Delta Centaur is going to walk off with just an inch of his life. Zabel's going to drop. We got a double kill for Dutch Clutch. He's not done. He's going to look at Knifey. I'm sorry, going to look at Fat Super Dude, but Super Dude has to flash and get away. Great turnaround, and now freaking Mountain's ahead. What a team fight by them.
Yeah, really, really nicely played by Mountain. I especially loved watching Delta Centauri just hanging out in that bush. You know, as the Renekton, this is when you're spiking hard. This is when you're at your most powerful. You got those two items, and you got a big level advantage on everybody. And yeah, he's just hiding in that bush, waiting for everybody to stack up. He dove out there, hit everybody with the empowered Q, and next thing you know, that was an easy cleanup for the rest of Mountain.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Him, Delta and Dutch Clutch both hiding in that bush together. And Dutch Clutch was able to stealth in because he cloned to get that huge knockup on the whole team.
Yep. Yeah, it was basically just Infernal all being just basically stacked on top of each other and just getting hit by everything. And yeah, just pretty easy cleanup there. But yeah, Spence Champ calling it out in the chat. Wait till the Croc shows up with that 75 CS lead, and that Croc did show up, and he made that lead known.
Big time. All right. Oh, we do have Herald over from Infernal. They're gonna go ahead and pop in mid, but not actually walk it in. I guess the timer was just dropping. They had to let it down.
Yep, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, and it gets the headbutt off. It gets the chunks pretty low, so that's gonna be an easy turret to take later.
Yeah, that's all you're really looking for with that. You know, it's better than the alternative. We're just letting it run out.
Yeah, for sure. We do see a transition from Kanabi now. He's going to be hanging out with Kazuto because he's got two ADCs to support, right? It's like a support stream.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. You got one team with two supports and one team with two 80 carries that wish they had supports.
Yeah, it seems there's a little confusion in champ select. No one knows what team they're supposed to be on right now.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have Delta splitting in the bot lane. The Croc just does such a great job with that clear, man. He's able to clear a whole wave, start taking some of the Krugs. However, Sneezy Boy he's not as far behind as he was last game.
He's coming up, sneaky Croc. Gonna see what he can do.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, Shenold is available though, so if he does dive in there would be a rapid response.
Yeah, looks like.
And then we see top lane. It looks like they're trying to threaten the turret a little bit, but Timberlake's doing like an amazing job, just holding on.
Yeah, absolutely, and honestly, both.
Kazuto smells blood.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Oh.
Yeah, but it kind of feels like at this stage both teams are kind of a little lost as to what they want to be doing. They keep like grouping up in the mid and then like splitting back out and then grouping back up in the mid and splitting out a bit. Just kind of like maybe and this is like there's not a whole lot that they really need to be doing right now. Just kind of farm up, but yeah, it looks like they're both like kind of looking for plays and not really finding it. But now they're trying to make a play happen in top lane, and nope. Yeah, they're
like this play to happen. They want it to happen so bad. Timberland's not scared though. He just rushes in. However, there's going to be a big sleep on the Timberland. He flashes out before he gets slept. Cop comes in, does the showstopper. However, Sneezy Boy comes in, no fun chant, says, you're not going to kill either of my ADCs. Delta Centaurio says, let's see about that. Hits him with the big Croc stun. Tries to slow down Sneezy, who's now 2 levels below Delta. That's a big Croc walking at him, but Konami's going to use the big Braum ult, going to slow him. Poor Crocodile doesn't do well in ice, and he's not going to be able to catch up. Nice response there.
Yeah.
Is that hard force that we talked about before with Infernal that seems to keep getting them in trouble?
Yeah. They just tried really hard to make something happen there. You know, they had kind of been waffling around for a bit, and they're like, all right, you know, we've been kind of thinking about making plays. Let's actually make something happen. And then, you know, they didn't really have everything set up well enough to do it, and you know, they kind of got punished for it there by Mountain. And you know, now that they did kind of botch that one just a little bit, Mountain gonna walk down, gonna get this third dragon, and this is gonna put them on soul point when they do pick it up. And that's an ocean soul, which is that's scary, especially with this set, especially with this massive Renekton. If they do manage to pick up this ocean soul, that's gonna be a big problem.
Yeah, yeah, that's that. I don't know if you can ever kill Delta if he gets the Ocean Soul on him. That is going to be a tall order. By the way, I
Yeah.
want to shout out too. Timberland had a great flash to the right as he was falling asleep because Lucian was starting to ult in a straight line. So he just
Yep.
flashed down to the right, and Cop was able to take out Lucian, and he survived long enough from that. That was a great play by him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Timberland definitely been playing this series really well. I've been very impressed by his play so far.
Yeah, I actually been very surprised. I thought he was just a kid. Told me he was just a Thresh one trick. He's a liar. He's a fibber. This kid can do it all
Yep.
as long as it's a support.
Yep.
He's looking very, very good. Now, all hope though isn't lost for Infernal. I mean, Zabel's looking real big right now.
Hmm.
Still a Lilia, so anything can happen with that champion on. She can dance in and out and get the wins.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely very, very possible for Lilia to really just kind of change the pace of these team fights by just getting a sleep onto a couple people. That can really change how these team fights have been going. Kazuto trying to get the red, not quite able to do it. Yeah.
It's a good effort though.
Yep.
And Fat Super Dude is definitely scaling on the Senna. We haven't seen too much of the Senna, unfortunately, but he's farming, he's collecting the orbs. I still feel like it's anyone's game.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they only got about a 4K gold lead and 2 extra dragons, so both teams kind of have their win conditions figured out. Mountain's gonna be playing for this dragon soul, try to make that happen, and then Infernal just basically trying to make one of these team fights happen where they can actually maybe get a big sleep off with Sable and use that to let their 80 carries run through the fight. But yeah, both just trying to work through some of that stuff, see what they can do. But for now, not a whole lot of objectives hanging around. Neither team's really feeling comfortable to do this Baron. It's actually pretty funny looking at Mountain's vision control around that Baron though. They've got just 5 wards just in a nice little circle around the Baron.
Yeah, the vision and control is actually insane this game.
Yeah, definitely looking pretty good. And they're going to use this to maybe try to get pick on the Sable.
Yeah, we'll see if Timberland can get that slow. He does actually, gets a nice chunk out of it. Oh, we're going to see the Caitlyn ult, but nice block by Sneezy Boy. Now he's going to walk up and see what's going on, decide, you know what, I don't need to be involved with that, and walk away.
Yep. And now you basically got Mountain doing the Baron dance. They got Delta Centuria creating all this pressure in the bot lane. Struggling a little bit to actually... Oh, but wait just a minute. We got a lot of fights happening up around this Baron. We got teleports coming in too.
It looked like there was a little bit of a whip there, and that big Braum ult was able to kind of turn the fight over. This team fight's looking really nice. I think we had the sleep over from Zabel, so that's currently down. And Shen ulted in. Now Infernal's going to be doing the Baron fight. They're actually looking to start it. They are. They're going to go ahead and start it. Sable's going to be walking around trying to zone. They have a pink on it. They do get spotted out and then decide to disengage. But Dutch Clutch dropped there. I think they might have been able to start that fight. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. It looked like they were going to be able to get a pick there for Mountain. But yeah, I mean, Infernal doing a really good job just turning that one around, abusing the fact that Kazuto had his teleport and Delta Centuria just choosing to walk instead. And use that numbers advantage to win the fight and, not really be able to turn into a Baron, but at least relieve a lot of the pressure that Mountain was creating around there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great pick, right? That kind of gets that's a great moral pick. It gets your team hyped again. You can do this. It is your game to win. Let's make this a 1-to-1 series.
Yep. Yeah, and then now both teams, after that little scrap, realizing, wait a minute, This isn't about the Baron anymore. This is about the Dragon. We got Soul Point coming up here for Mountain on this Dragon, and they're going to try to make this happen.
Andrew's ticks going down from that. I mean, Knife Cat, just from that sleep ball from Zabel, just got chucked to half HP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have wards down everywhere. Dutch Clutch speeding up a little bit, but no, he's not going to engage. And now we have this dance going on.
Yeah. Dance, revolution. We got going
he's
here.
Actually going to drowsy pretty much half the team. They're not going to be able to engage too hard after it, though, unfortunately. Oh,
they're trying.
Missional going down to try and pick him. We have the Brahmo going out. Showstopper by Cop, but look out in your back door. Delta's in there. He's going to get stunned up. We'll see if he can actually pick off. No, Sneezy Boy's going to go ahead and taunt him. Shut down by Zabel. Cop's going to walk away. Big ult coming over from Santa. Flashing from Zabel. He's going to walk around and do Prancy stuff. Going to get golden mid-air. Sneezy Boy's going to slay Comp. And we're going to have a very low team try and deny the Ocean Drake there. However, the fight's not over. Knife Cat is still wide open. There's a nice taunt over by Shen, and Kazuto's going to shut down Timberland. Nice kill. And it's a 3-0 after that. Actually, may not be done because Kazuto gets another kill. Gets a shutdown on 8. And now this gold momentum has gone over to the other side. Infernal's looking great.
Yeah, that whole fight was just played really, really well by Infernal there. Like, so they basically had the Renekton try to dive onto their backline, and as a team, they just immediately all peeled back, collapsed on the Renekton, killed him, and then turned back to the rest of the team. They were able to just completely nullify the effect of that Renekton, and now they're pretty much just going to turn to this Baron. But the Renekton's back here again. See if they can do it again. I'm not sure. This is a 2v5 though.
Choice and try and commit here.
Yeah.
They are killing the clone pretty hard. You know what? I like this call to back up. I like this call. You know, don't throw. There's been a little bit too much overcommit. However, does Mountain now go for it?
They're thinking about it. They're at least going to take this time to clear out all this vision that that Infernal had just worked so hard to get. But yeah, they're starting it up. They're crazy, man.
That's nuts. They're actually going in, but now we have the other side disagreeing with it. Sneezy Boy's doing a great job of healing this Renekton. Not gonna be able to kill him. Sable go ahead and kills Wukong, and Kazuto kills Croc. That's like all their damage. Now they're gonna be able to turn her around. Cop's gonna do the big stun, but with Lilia's movement speed, she walks away from that shield bash. And now they're gonna chase down Knife Cat. It's just him versus the world.
Oh my god.
There's all these traps that they have to like try and walk through so that they don't die. There is a pink, so Knife Cat sees exactly what's going on.
Oh!
She just freaking rips Kazuto!
Oh my god.
Now the team's actually in danger from one Caitlyn. Is Knife Cat going to be the hero? Is this the anime? Or is this going to be just her trying her best against an unstoppable force that is Infernal?
And Knife Cat's just trying to get picks over this wall, and she might actually be able to do it. Maybe get in Kanami here. Oh, doesn't quite get the steal there with the auto. Now she's just on the run. On the run from that prancing deer. But yeah, she's going to make it out. But yeah, she's basically just laying down a bunch of traps in the pit, trying to hope that the Baron would maybe knock somebody onto them so you get the headshot, maybe get a pick. But yeah, I mean, just trying to stall it out. And yeah, Infernal just playing these fights really, really well, doing a really good job of just managing like where the threats are and all focusing on the same targets and, you know, having the same goal in the fights. You know, just saying, all right, now we're on the Renekton. Everybody focus on peeling this guy because he's in the middle of our team. Get him dead. All right, that's done. Next. Move to this guy. All right, do that. Next thing. Go. You know, just like doing a really good job of making sure that the team is coordinated in the team fights. And speaking from experience, that is not an easy thing to do. That takes a lot of practice. And, you know, like figuring out how to have that kind of communication, because all that kind of stuff just doesn't come naturally without like actually calling out targets and, you know, knowing what you need to be doing. Just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just really impressed by Infernal's fighting there.
Yeah, and I have to give major shout outs to Sneezy Boy. He knows his target is Renekton. As soon as Renekton goes in, I've been watching him, he hits the taunt every time. He stops Delta from doing Renekton's wombo combo on any of the carries.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I've also seen a whole lot of Renekton W's getting blocked by the Shen shield in these in these fights as well. Whatever. And yeah, just really impressed with the timing on that, and just saying like, oh, he's about to stun my carry. All right, block the autos. And then all of a sudden, the Renekton's just kind of looking like a, I don't know, just not very good.
Not like not like an alligator, more like a gecko.
Yeah, looking kind of like an alligator plushie in the middle of your team, and just not really accomplishing a whole lot.
Yeah, definitely. And now, I mean, Shen's getting to the point now where he's able to stand up to the Croc in these team fights, and now that hourglass, it's starting to tick down. It's turning more into an egg timer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, Mountain's still on soul point. All they really need to do is get that soul, and all of a sudden, I bet these fights are going to be looking a whole lot different, because, you know, Infernal trying to kite people out, you know, take these nice slow fights where they get drawn out for a long period of time. Ocean Soul does a really good job of just shutting that shit down and making it look really dumb when all of a sudden you're trying to kite them out, and next thing you know, the entire enemy team's full health.
With that being said, the Ocean Drake is now spawning. We're going to be seeing this dance here. See, Sneezy Boy has the advantage where he can actually keep side laning, get the lanes pushing one side, and just ult into the fight when it starts.
Yep.
However, Delta's decided just to walk down here from the beginning. They're going to try and burn the Drake. However, that's a big Karma ult to go in. Oh, a flash in by Zabel. Top's going to go ahead and flip Senna out, but then we have the ult coming in.
From... Oh, they got the soul.
Oh,
they got the soul.
They got the soul. It's all worth it. It's all worth it, because Yudo's going to try and go in and make him pay for the life. Nice flash forward. We have Sneezy Boy going for a stun as well. He's unfortunately going to miss it. Timmy's going to speed up and run away, but they got the soul. Oh, yep. There's the slow down from Zabel.
Oh, Delta's going in.
Around to try and save and be the hero, but then there's that shield to stop all damage from happening that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, almost managed to pick up Fat Super Dude there. But yeah, I mean, the Croc's falling off, and he's falling off hard. Mountain was able to pick up the soul there, and you could definitely see that they, like, I can imagine their comms just being like, we got the soul, run, and everybody just turning left, because they know that is not a fight that they were going to win. But, I mean, if they can stop this push, not lose too much, Mountain's actually going to be in an okay spot with this soul, but that's really contingent on them not losing, like, their entire base here.
Yeah, for sure. And Infernal wants to use this time to try and take as much as possible, right? You have this tempo lead. They did get the soul. The next team fight is going to be so much harder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, Infernal choosing to reset here. And, yeah, just trying to figure out where they next want to turn their attention. You got a nice, juicy bot lane tower there if they want it. That would probably go down pretty quick if they decided to take it down. But we're gonna see what Infernal's shot callers decide that they want to do next.
Knifeu Cat actually, I like this move here. Knifeu Cat has decided to go for the Quicksilver Sash to try and get off some of that CC. Mm-hmm. They've Infernal's been doing a pretty good job, because Knifeu actually has an incredible amount of CS, has 3 items, is a Caitlyn. He could dish out a ton of damage.
Yep.
However, they've been shutting down Caitlyn pretty quickly.
Yep. Yeah, definitely been doing a really good job of getting to that Caitlyn on the back line. But yeah, I mean, Caitlyn definitely a very, very strong hyperscaler to get to the late game with that really long attack range. And yeah, definitely difficult to get to her if you got the rest of the team on the same page of basically just being peeled for the Kate.
Yeah. I mean, we may need to see Delta here transition from going on these like behind the scenes angles and being a disruptor in the fight to being more of a peeler now. It's got to go into tank mode as Renekton.
Yeah.
Because Infernal's been responding fantastic. Whenever he shows up across the battlefield, they'll stop and turn right onto him immediately.
Yep, and he's definitely getting to the point where, like, when he gets in there and lands that big empowered Q, you know, it doesn't really hurt that much anymore for most of the team, you know? And, you know, where previously in the game that was this big team fight changing thing, it's just not anymore. So yeah, I definitely want to see him maybe try to transition out of that backline diver role, especially when he doesn't, when it's basically just him and the Wukong that can really get back there, maybe a little bit of action from the set. But yeah, yeah, definitely having a hard time actually finishing a lot of kills when they do that right now.
Yeah, and it looks like they're actually going to start up the Baron here. The Chenault is up, so we can see that going on. We're going to see what is going to be Mountain's response to this. Is Knifeu Cat just going to kill people 1v5 again? Or, oh, we have Cop channeling in. He's going to go for a flash. We got the secure overheat. Ultim pulls in the entire team. Delta's trying to make a... Oh, no! Sneezy taunts him again, totally shutting him out of the fight. We have Cop dropping down center. Ult's going across the whole team, doing a lot of damage. Kanabi's a little chunked right now, but he's actually going to be fine here. Timberland, you're just way out of position. Unfortunately, he's going to get taunted and killed. And Knifeu Cat, again, after a Baron fight, is the only one left alive, has to run away.
Yeah, and oh, almost get... Oh, all right, with the ult maybe? No. All right, yeah, and Kanabi here actually just trying to bait here for Fat Super Dude to get here. Although Knifeu Cat probably gonna be able to take... Oh, it steps onto another trap, but they're just trying to stop her back. They got the Nexus.
Yeah, it's totally worth it.
GG's coming out.
Trying to kill for Nexus.
Yeah. Yeah, that I suppose that works, you know. But man, that's another 1-1 series. Infernal
Fantastic.
taking down Mountain in game 2. Really strong showing from both teams, and man, that was a nice little series there.
Absolutely. I love these one-on-one back and forth series, man. And it was great too because Mountain actually started out, I believe, in the lead in that game, and then it just went back and forth, and the adjustments were being made on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yep. Yeah, really well played by both teams, and yeah, I'm all about 1-1 series, man. That's like what I live for.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, who do you want to try to talk to from those games?
Let's see. Well, from game 1, we gotta talk to either Dutch Clutch or Delta.
Mm-hmm.
In game 2, I would like to talk to actually, you know what? I want to see. Yeah, okay. We should do Dutch Clutch. And what do you think about maybe Zabel or Kazuto or Sneezy? What are you thinking?
Yes.
Okay, Dutch is gone, so maybe we could do Delta.
All right. Yeah. I'll see if we can pull Delta in. Yeah, maybe we could ask his thoughts on who to pull in from Infernal.
In here, and then yeah, I actually would like to talk to Zabel about the Lilia pick.
Yep, sounds good to me.
All right, we'll start pulling them up. And in the meantime, chat, guys have any questions you want to see us ask? Start typing them in now. We'll be more than happy to relay. Hopefully they're game related, but if you want to find out what their favorite filling in a grilled cheese sandwich is, you could ask them that too.
Probably cheese.
Cheese is probably standard, yeah. But I know some people like to throw some bacon or tomato in there. They get nutty with it.
Yep.
Maybe some Nutella grilled cheese sandwiches.
Sure.
Oh, did we just get a follow or an You have Streamlabs open? I think we just got a follow from someone.
Oh, I missed that. Whoops.
Well, whoever it was, thank you so
yeah,
much.
thank you. You're awesome.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be a way to go back and look.
Yep. Probably at some point, but
chat out in chat. We'll give you a shout out. So sorry about that.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna pull him in, see what happens.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep. I was waiting for a response, but too bad. You're moving in.
Pull him in.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
What's up, Delta?
How you guys doing?
Hey.
Myself.
We have Delta and Zabel in the house. How's it going, guys? What a series.
Hell yeah.
So cool.
Fight.
How you doing, Sable?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Oh, just dandy.
So let's first go over game 1. Delta, it looked like there were a lot of bans targeted towards you, and then you pulled out the Croc and had a stellar game 1. Tell us, is that your actual pocket pick?
I mean, I feel like I've been playing for a while, and I feel like I put in the practice, so I got a lot of pocket picks to pull out.
Ooh,
That's definitely
I
one
love
of
to
them.
hear
Where if
that.
you get the right scenario, you can whip
Big
it out, and you
pockets.
can do pretty well, as you noticed in game one.
Hmm.
So I definitely think it's one of my stronger champs, but not the only one I got.
Yep. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, first 2 weeks here for you. I think you're looking pretty awesome. Actually, yeah. I've definitely been really impressed with you coming out of these first 2 weeks. I'm excited to see where you go from here.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I've been having a lot of fun. This is the first season that I've been able to play on a team. I was a sub for Zabel actually last season,
Oh
Yeah.
so
yeah.
it's nice to finally get out here and even play against him.
Nice.
I feel like I got a lot to show. So yeah, I'm excited to see where things go from here.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
the top lane.
We actually have a huge question too coming in from Jamu. What is your favorite pizza topping?
My favorite pizza topping.
Mhm.
If I had to have a favorite pizza, it would be sausage and mushroom. But if I had
Ooh.
to choose one of those, it would be mushrooms.
Zabel, what is the counter topping that you would
Dude,
like to retort?
That's a good answer. I would say buffalo chicken is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
think that's the right answer. I'm sorry, Delta. There are
Well-
prizes. We'll send it out to you,
Yes.
Zabel, shortly.
Fine, I'll go buy my own mushrooms.
Is it going to be a month-old slice of buffalo chicken pizza?
Yeah.
I just got some from Upper Crust. I'll mail it to you.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
This is Zabel. We brought you in here. We wanted to hear your thoughts on that Lilia pick, huh? What you like prancing around as a deer? What was the thought behind that?
It's a fun. Actually, we wanted a different pick, but decided to go with the Lilia. Game one, our draft didn't work out the way we wanted it to. We kind of pivoted at the last second, and then we just got outdrafted, honestly, and outplayed in that game. So props to them. But we decided to go with a strategy, a little bit of a different strategy for game two, and Lilia fit into that mold pretty well. It's a strong team fighter, strong farmer, and outscales most other junglers. So
Yep.
just felt like a pretty cut and dry team composition there for us.
Nice.
Gamer Cash actually has a legitimately good question. We noticed that about your pathing, you had backed and bought a second component, and then went for like a farm. What was the idea behind that instead of just staying to do a full clear?
Well, I wanted to come back for my second half of my career and be healthier after that, so maybe contest scuttle crabs. Unfortunately, I chose the wrong side of the map to go to for scuttle, so I got double scuttled anyway.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
but I just had the gold and just based because I was going to get there in time. I knew he probably wasn't going to invade me with Wukong, so I wasn't really in danger. And
Sure.
then I could be healthier to stay and clear my camps on the respawn. So that was my idea behind it.
Cool.
Not sure if it's optimal pathing or not, but that's what I opted to do.
Yeah. Taking notes over here. Yeah.
Yeah, me preparing for next time we play.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So I guess yeah. So Delta back to back to Mountain and game one. So like I really think that you guys are doing like a really good job with just kind of like the macro decisions you guys are making. You're looking really decisive. I'm just kind of curious, like who are your shot callers on Mountain, and like how does that kind of conversations usually go during game?
Yeah, so if you had to pick a main shot caller, I guess it would be me. Just kind of making the macro decisions, kind of making the I guess final call. But a lot of the team is about people trying to, give input and make suggestions like, hey, I want to go here, should I do something else? Like, hey, what should we do here and there? And it's a lot of us working together to try and make the right decision.
Sure.
I think we've been practicing a lot to try and understand effective communication, so we're not wasting time trying to decide what it is, and we can make those decisions. But I think like the majority of our team is about making those macro decisions.
Yep. Definitely seemed like that from game one. I felt like you guys were like just always a step ahead. Definitely very impressed with that.
Yeah, we try and go into the strategy of 5 heads is better than 1 or better than 2. The problem is like you get too many words and too many people talking. But
Yeah.
if you can effectively get it down to where you have the right people talking at the right times and you get 5 inputs, like it's going to make your team a lot more cohesive. And I think we've been able to achieve that.
Nice.
In high school, they used to call me Stefan Fivehead, but I think that was more because of my hairline.
Jesus Christ.
Great comedic relief.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Actually, Cop asking a question in the chat here. Zabo, what happened to the classic Infernal invade?
The fan out's safer. If we had a better invade comp, might have went for it. So stay tuned.
All right. Classic Infernal Invade coming to a rec league game near you soon.
More 11.
Yep, you heard it here first. But yeah, so with that, we're gonna call it. It's getting to 10 o'clock. We gotta record a game to play. And yeah, Krugs versus Bramble. So yeah, stay tuned. Gonna play that one. See what happened in that matchup. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And
Hell yeah.
see you next week for me. But yeah, you can hang out and watch the other game.